cases in Finnish. It's been a few years since I have tackled cases in Finnish in my YouTube videos, but today I am here with a new Partitiivi video. If you are new to this, check out my cases playlist. There are a few videos in that. If you are new to Finnish cases, don't know anything about them, or would like a little bit of a recap on what I have done previously. But in simple terms, cases are kind of like these endings you add to Finnish words, which give them meanings. For example, the way prepositions work in English. The partitive case is one of the trickiest because I cannot think of any direct translation that there would be in English. Maybe some other languages have something similar to Partitiivi, but there is not a direct translation in English, and therefore it's pretty tricky to explain. Plus, it's one of the most common cases, and the uses for it are so broad that it takes a long time to cover every single situation you would need Partitiivi in. But we are not gonna go over the uses of Partitiivi in this video. This part 1 video will focus solely on how to create the Partitiivi case. So if you have a Finnish word, how do you put it into Partitiivi? And then the next video will go over more the different situations you would use Partitiivi in. Buckle up, because there are a few different subcategories of how to form Partitiivi. Today we will focus on the singular forms of the words, so not plural, singular. And we will start with the most basic way, which you maybe have heard of, partitiivio. A is the basic Partitiivi ending. So adding a or a at the end. Why a or a? Why do you have to choose between the two? That is what is called vowel harmony in Finnish. If a Finnish word ends in a vowel, one vowel, the Partitiivi ending is a or a, depending on vowel harmony. Let's look at examples. If we have the word talo, talo, talo meaning house. How do you put it into Partitiivi? It ends in one vowel, so all we need to do is pick a, add it to the end, and it becomes taloa, taloa, taloa. That is talo in Partitiivi. What about koira? Koira. Koira also ends in one vowel, so we just stick another a to the end, and koira is in Partitiivi. Koiraa. Koiraa. What about people's names? Matti. Matti ends in one vowel, therefore Partitiivi of Matti is Mattia. Mattia. And yes, it might be funny, but in Finnish we do put case endings for people's names. Mattia. What about an adjective? Violetti means purple or violet. Violetti. It ends in one vowel, therefore you add an a to the end. Violettia. Violettia. One point here is that adjectives mirror the case ending of the nouns that they are describing. Therefore, if we put these words together in a mock sentence, and we want to say, for example, black dog. Musta is black. Koira is dog. Black dog in Partitiivi would be musta koiraa. Musta koiraa. Or a purple shirt. In Partitiivi, this phrase would be violettia paitaa. Violettia paitaa. Let's take one example where we add a to the end. So leipä, leipä means bread, and leipä in Partitiivi is leipää, because leipä ends in one vowel, and if we know the vowel harmony rule, a has to pair with a in endings, so we choose a instead of a, and it becomes leipää, leipää. Now I've added a few examples for you to try. The answers are in the description box, but just try in the comments or in your head or on a piece of paper to put these two little phrases into partitiivi. The next rule when making partitiivi in Finnish is if the basic form of the word ends in two vowels or a consonant. The ending for this would not be a tai ä, it would be ta or ta. Okay? Two vowels, ends in two vowels or a consonant. You add ta or ta again, which one depends on vowel harmony. Let's take a few examples. Tee, tea, what you drink. Tee. Okay, it ends in two vowels. Tee. So in vowel harmony, if a word only has these so-called neutral vowels, you will automatically gravitate towards the a ending. Therefore, it would be te plus the partitiivi ending ta, teetä. Teetä. Teetä is the partitiivi of te. Sää, again, a pairs with a endings, so partitiivi of sää, the weather, is säätä. Säätä. Puu, a tree. Puu. U pairs with the a ending, so puuta. Puuta is puu in partitiivi. Puuta. Avain ends in a consonant, therefore we need to use ta or ta ending, and because avain has an a in it, it can only pair with the a ending, therefore we choose ta, avain, ta in partitiivi. Avain, ta. Okay? I added a few more little phrases for you guys to try out by yourself. Again, answers are in the description box down below. The third subgroup is if a Finnish word, the basic form ends in an e. For example, huone. Huone ends in an e. And you might be like, wait a second, I thought if a word ends in a vowel, you just add a or a. True, unless that vowel is an e. Oh, I know, more rules. But in this situation, you would have the Finnish word, huone, and then you add tta ending to the end of it. So, for example, huone in partitiivi is huonetta. Huonetta. Okay, what about lentokone? Airplane. Lentokone ends in e, so an e. Lentokone plus tta, the partitiivi ending. Lentokonetta. Lentokonetta. What about perhe? Perhe. Again, perhe only has these so-called neutral vowels in it. Therefore, we gravitate towards the a ending. So between ta and ta, we would take ta. So perhe in partitiivi, perhetta. Perhetta. Okay? Perhe plus ta, partitiivi, perhetta. I put a few examples for you to try out as well. Answers in the description box. Try your best to form the partitiivi of these words in Finnish. Then we have a subsection which I personally didn't really find anything online about. I really tried Googling this and trying to find if this is a real rule or if I'm just making this up. But there's a bunch of adjectives that have the nen ending, and you wouldn't just follow the consonant. You kind of do follow the consonant ending where you add ta or ta to the end, but you kind of modify the adjective a bit. So I just thought it's worth noting so that you're not just, for example, sininen, the color blue, it's not sininenta or sininenta. No, you have to do a little adjustments because of this nen ending. So let's go through that right now. So if an adjective, and actually this would also apply to, for example, last names in Finnish. You would also put cases to last names if the situation calls for that. So all of these words ending in nen, so Korhonen, Virtanen, two of the most common Last names in Finnish have this nen ending as well as lots of colors. Sininen, keltainen, punainen, or other adjectives like vihainen, tavallinen, epätavallinen. All of these have that nen ending, and although it ends in a consonant, we don't just slap on the ta ending, but we actually have to remove the whole nen first and then add a sneaky little s in there. So for example, sininen would become sinistä in partitiivi. Sinistä, sinistä. Keltainen would become keltaista. Keltaista. Aurinkoinen would become aurinkoista. We take the nen away and add the sneaky s before adding the ta partitiivi ending to the end of aurinkoinen. Aurinkoista. Last name, same thing. Korhonen, korhosta. Virtanen, virtasta. Okay, those would be those words in partitiivi. Now you can practice using these words by yourself. Now you might think, what about other words like lumi, lapsi, vesi, pieni, suomijärvi, etc., etc., etc.? They don't follow the rules I just described. That is one of the fun things about partitiivi. There are so many of these subcategories that we could write a book about this, I'm sure. But I think what I would recommend is focus on the above examples, because those will form the vast majority of creating partitiivi. And what I will be talking about now is less common, and some of them are more like exceptions. What the literature I could find online describes this next set of words is the so-called old words in Finnish. Now, for me personally, it's not very helpful, because then the next question is, well, how do you know what's an old word in Finnish? What's a new word? And I feel like just without doing Googling, is this word old word in Finnish? It's not very helpful. But this is its own so-called category, and the only tip I could find was a lot of these so-called old words had something to do with nature, so they're oftentimes nature words. The one you might come across the most is actually the word for Finland, Suomi. Suomi. So, in this category, old words ending in e, in I, the partitiivi will have the stem of the word switches e into an e. That's really confusing. Old words that end in an I in Finnish, in the stem will often change the I to an e, okay? And then only after that switch is done, you would add the a or the a partitiivi ending. So for example, the word for Finland, Suomi, the stem of Suomi, when we're adding cases to the end, the I switches to an E, so it's Suome, Suome. And only after that we add that A ending, creating the partitiivi of Suomi, which is Suomea, Suomea. Suomi turns into Suomea. Same way with järvi, järvi. Ends in E, it is one of these old Finnish words, also a nature word. Järvi turns into järveä. Why does it turn into järveä? Because järvi, when we are adding cases to järvi, the E switches to an E, and after that switch has been made in the stem, we add the partitiivi a or a. In this case, we add a because järvi has a in it, and with a, we gravitate to the likeness. So with a pairs with a ending, so järveä, järveä. Okay, let's take one more example before you can try. Hirvi, a moose, hirvi. Hirvi, again, an old Finnish word, nature word, it means moose. Hirvi ends in an I, hirvi, e, hirvi. So the stem of hirvi, when we start adding these endings, E turns into E. Wow, that does sound confusing. I turns into E. So it would be hirve, hirve. And then we add a, hirveä, because hirvi, again, only has neutral vowels. So neutral automatically wants to pair with a, hirveä in partitiivi. Hirveä, okay? Now, your turn to try with these words. Answers down below. Last category we'll be talking about are these so-called old words ending in si in Finnish. And in these old words ending in si, what we need to do is remove the si and add tta or tta to make it into partitiivi. The word uusi, which means new, ends in si. So what do we do with these words that end in si and are considered old Finnish words? Well, we remove si and add tta or tta, depending on vowel harmony, to that word. So uusi, si, we take away and add u pairs with a, so tta ending, which would be uutta, uutta. Uusi in partitiivi becomes uutta. Vesi is another one you'll hear a lot. Vesi is another old Finnish word that ends in si. To put it into partitiivi, we take si away. E is neutral and pairs with a ending, so it would turn into ve plus tta, vettä. Vettä is vesi in partitiivi. Vettä. Juon vettä. Vuosi, which means a year, another old word that ends in si. Vuosi in partitiivi would be vuotta. Vuotta. Hyvää uutta vuotta, right? That's where uusi and vuosi turn into uutta vuotta in partitiivi. I actually talked a little bit about these not just New Year greeting, but holiday greetings and partitiivi in my last month's workbook. So if you're interested in that, you can join Patreon or YouTube memberships to become a member and practice this idea in a bit more detail. And as well as these examples that you can practice in this video. In my next workbook, in my helmikuu workbook, I will be creating many more exercises and ways for you to reinforce and practice this idea that we just learned in this video via those workbooks that I create every month. So the links for that will be also in the description box if you're interested in becoming a member and working on these workbooks. Also, if you subscribe to my email newsletters, you will get one workbook for free if you want to take a little peek at what they are like. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I know we didn't extensively cover everything. There are still a lot of exceptions and situations where some of these words, of course, won't follow the rules mentioned above. Bummer, I know. But hopefully this will at least give you a good foundation and introduction into how to create the partitiivi in most situations at least. Kiitos paljon kun katsoitte tämän videon ja nähdään ensi videossa. Moikka!